but hello. Moonday Live. We're going to do take two here. Just opening up on my computer. I'm not really sure what just happened there. Somehow just kind of canceled everything. That's okay. We'll give it some time for people to show up. Um, and yeah, so happy 2024. It's been a while. As many of you know, I was transitioning into a new house and life has been changing and so many things, it seems. And here we are now in 2024, the strength year. Super grateful to be here. I have this space here set up today. They're going to see how it works. Interestingly enough, it was not at all really where I wanted to create the studio. And yet it was calling. So let me know. Hi, Willow Tree. Happy New Year. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know. We're gonna play around. I just I love nature, so this totally works. And I hope that this maybe can contribute to you where you're at. More videos will be coming out in the next bit. And yeah, the invitation, of course, to join the membership. Really wanting to step up more within the Ouroboros 713 gatherings and so forth. Hi, Andrew. Oh, yeah, thank you. It's been great. Nice to see you here. How was everyone's holidays, too? How has this transition time been for you? And we're going to tune into this week of January 8th to, the 14th? I think I had to restart the live. So let's see what Spirit has to say. We'll pull some cards, and then, as usual, we'll get into a bit of a guided process as well, and do some one-on-one readings, personal readings for you if you would like. You can let me know in the comments. Know that those in the membership get the priority of the readings just because of time and everything, but I feel like we get to most people. So, January 8th this week. This theme of the transition, this theme also of knowledge is the word that's actually coming through. Knowledge. So what does knowledge mean for you as you begin this year? Okay, as we take a deep breath in and connect to the space together, imagining roots growing out through the soles of your feet, out through your tailbone, and connecting us all. Even though we might be thousands of miles or kilometers apart from each other, we are connected by simply being here and placing this intention to be connected. So this place of knowledge, yes, wisdom, this place of really truly knowing things. And the first card that came out here was forgiveness. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So what is it that you know around your resentments right now that might be kind of surfacing, bubbling up, okay, that Spirit is wanting you to look at, recognize, and call out and do the forgiveness work? Interestingly enough, I've been spending the past week doing a detox, cleansing, and also working through some resentments through a specific list of liberation prayers. And I want to just speak to the power that comes from this forgiveness, okay? When we can just simply speak, we might not know everything, but Spirit will bring to our awareness when we simply speak the prayers, when we simply say, hey, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. What is it that I might be resentful towards? Who might I be resentful towards? Or who might have resentful feelings towards me? And where can this forgiveness come? And that knowledge is going to show up for you, okay? Because when we can have knowledge, the concept of the snake can be really empowering, okay? We have the Page of Wands here. So sometimes, it's interesting when I see this, I actually, I see this man walking, this learning man walking through the desert, through a barren land, and he is holding this wand and he is examining the wand. And if we think about the story of Moses and the Hebrew people in the Exodus time in the desert, here they are wandering around, their ailments and illness, their disease is impacting them, and at one point they're all getting bit by these snakes. And so this is where the Nehushtan, I believe it's called, the snake is created, the copper snake on a pole. So what is it that you are starting to learn about and engage with that is going to support you with the healing around this forgiveness? This is for all of us, for this collective energy this week, okay? And just like, you know, just like I guess we could say those people in the desert and Moses leading them, they maybe didn't really know, and there was like faith being kind of shaken on spirit of like, oh my God, like people are dying or getting sick because of this. What do we do? And out of nowhere, like, you know, out of the simplicity of Moses having a staff, you know, that this whole idea of then build a copper snake on a pole, let all people look at it. They looked at it, they gazed upon it, they spent time in meditation on it. Okay? So this knowledge, this forgiveness, I like that willow tree. The page is like a student. We have the Knight of Cups. It kind of fell upside down, so if that means anything to you, I don't read the tarot or any of these cards really traditionally. I just kind of go with the flow of what shows up. But I want to recognize that on both sides, we have the desert and we have the water of this Knight of Cups. This person who is riding triumphantly through the emotions that are showing up into the emotionality in a way that I want to say would be more balanced, okay? It really is like this transition and triumphing of this energy. He has fish on his outfit. He has the wings on his head, on the helmet, and also on the boots. So something is guiding him. Spirit is guiding him. This gray horse that he is riding is actually the horse of wisdom, of knowledge. Chokmah, okay? Being the gray energy on the tree of life. So whatever this wisdom might be for you, know that it's going to bring balance. We have the Two of Discs here. It might seem like a juggling. It might seem really challenging. You might feel like you're like losing your footing. Look at all those ships in the background. They're like riding the wave like, oh fuck. It's kind of funny actually. It wouldn't be funny to be on those ships, but there's something about this energy for us all this week that is going to call upon this sense of finding the balance, finding the footing between what we think we know and what we know, actually know, okay? Those are two different things. I was reading in this book my partner passed me, The Ritual, it's called, by Damien Eccles, and his partner, who I cannot recall her name, I think, I'm not sure. And a chapter was about trusting like the intuition, okay? And she basically was like, a way that she's been doing it is just define to spirit, okay, if it's a yes for me, then show me a green light. If it's a no for me, then show me a red light. And anytime something is coming up, any choice, okay, because everything is a choice, it's like she just asks the question, what is it? Is it a green light or a red light? And the first thing that shows up, that is the answer. And she was sharing how it's been aligned with her path the whole time. And so whatever that might be for you, whatever this choice might be, remembering to ask spirit to guide you, to show you. And it could be as simple as being like, hey, is it a red light or a green light? And then I'll just share before I read the comments. Like when I was a kid once, we were driving and for whatever reason, I had this like moment of confusion. We were at a stop sign and I was like freaking out at my mom telling her to go. And I swear I saw like the light was green. I had this like weird like 5 minute to 7 minute, because it continued until the light changed and then we went. I still was in the state of confusion. So for many of you who feel confused about green or red or what that looks like, it's okay. There's going to be guides and supports around you, because like my sister and my mom would not live it up, okay? They're like, what? You're like, no, you don't go. And they just were, and you know, my mom didn't drive, thank God. I mean, I was like probably like 12 years old. What do I know about driving? The Knight of Cups. He's like, bring love somewhere to me, readers would say someone like is coming. Someone is coming in your life. Ooh, well, who's coming? And that's interesting you say that, Willow Tree, because there's something like that energy showing up for myself this week, with someone who I feel is about to show up into my life and has been kind of like in the shadows. So, whatever that means to you, however you want to identify that, for sure. And Andrew, yeah, I honestly haven't really explored too many of Damien Eccles' books, so this one's definitely interesting, and I enjoy his talks online. So we have the creation card here. Oh, and so interesting that it is also surrounded by that gray border. So just a confirmation around this concept of the whole wisdom, knowledge, energy. Okay, what do we know? What is it that we know that spirit is gifting us? When I see this woman, this indigenous looking woman, I think of the prophetess of a oh my gosh, in the South. We have the plants, the collective consciousness, and white buffalo woman. See, it would come to me. So, what is that internal knowledge that is being called upon us to bring forth, to create, to speak? And are we willing to acknowledge that knowledge, even when it might lead to separation from others? Okay? How many times, forgiveness? If you're someone who's experienced trauma, hi Chaylee, hi, nice to see you here. If you're someone who's experienced trauma from a variety of different aspects, and sexual abuse is one that can be a bit more of a challenge, it seems, because oftentimes what happens is when it's being spoken out, many people around don't really want to agree or even see it. And it could lead to a separation, it could lead to a breaking of or dissolution of different relationships, of different levels of trust, etc. So are you willing to still stand in your truth, to still do forgiveness, to still acknowledge the knowledge and see what needs to be seen? Okay, and just like my understanding of the White Buffalo Woman's story is she came out and was starting to share this prophecy, and it was quite a shakeup for people. Okay, so just recognizing what that might look like for you this week. Oh, yeah, where are you checking in from, Willow Tree, if you feel like sharing? Yeah, it's gonna get dark here. What, it's 3:45, and I bet you by the time we're done this, it'll be like, it'll be gray out. So we're gonna pull one more card for the collective for this week. Then we're gonna go into our energetic process. Oh yeah, New York. Okay, yeah, weren't you like considering leaving? And then we'll do some personal reading. So if you would like a card pulled or card reading personally, if you have a specific question, you can type that in the comments section and I will go back. Okay, well there's 2 cards, so only one flipped. We have the Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? I think I've shared this before. Hey Jessica, good evening. This concept of the mother, of Mary Magdalene. What would it feel like to have to forgive the people who murdered your own son? Okay. Like, even holding God, holding that level of forgiveness, like how much anger would be possible to hold as a mother towards the divine, And interestingly enough, how we have the mother opposing or opposite to the concept of knowledge and wisdom here, with Hokmah being the father energy and the pillar of mercy, and Bina being on the pillar of severity. She would ultimately have an understanding of the knowledge. So all of this is great, yes, except we also need to have this level of understanding, and this comes with patience, with the forgiveness work, with sitting with ourselves and just observing what is, and really having compassion, okay? So this week, calling upon that compassion can be so beneficial. Oh, the Da Vinci Code, that's a good movie. You know what? Dan Brown has like amazing books. When I was in high school, I read a lot of his books, like not just all of those Da Vinci Code books, also some of these other ones he did. He's just a really great writer. And I don't tend to read, at least I haven't really read a whole lot of novels. So thanks for sharing that, Willow Tree. He really can like get you in the fantasy thinking and imagining. Okay, ooh, interesting. The other card that came out was don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So I mentioned that with the white buffalo energy, you know? And fancy enough, both of these cards kind of have this emanating light coming, one from the pyramid, one from the orb. But this idea of us showing up within the prophetic or our gifts, the things we're meant to create, even though it might go against the grain. What is it that you are learning about yourself? And this forgiveness is going to support you with really standing in your power this week, okay? And wherever you're at right now, whatever, steps you've taken or, you realize maybe you need to take and you've kind of just been in the pause, I hope that you can find that compassion for yourself, mothering yourself, supporting that part of you through inner child work, through mothering, parenting yourself. It seems silly, but it's as simple as just having a conversation with the part that feels the woundedness, okay? And this is going to support you. It's like, I love how this woman is like holding the hands to the eyes and kind of rubbing her face as if she's just waking up. So let's pull one more of these chakra cards, just as a kind of place maybe we're going to see what wants to be supported. So I hope you've enjoyed this collective reading for us this January 8th to the 14th week. If so, and you'd like to leave a donation, you can do so through the link in the description, which is, yeah, it should be there. And if not, you can hit the join button and join the membership. And I wanted to say, the membership, you get extended videos, so card readings and energy healings. There's going to be more coming out very soon, including like the pathworking content, the other things around microdosing and all that fun stuff. And it's just a great place because you also get access to the Ouroboros 713 gathering. That's always a mouthful for me. And that happens every Saturday morning. So instead of having to like register all the time, you just get to join in. It's a Zoom call and we get to chat and learn and expand our knowledge from a very esoteric place. And I also wanted to just add with that is like the community members, like, come and go, like, please don't feel like you have to stay all the time. Like, I appreciate any like energy exchange that you wish to give. And it's not like you're like locked into that. Okay, so come and go as you need to and express yourself as you need to, be as silent or as open as you need to. And yeah, like, I just am grateful to have each of you here. So we have expansion. So there's something about the throat. There's something here that's really wanting to, again, grow. And again, they're holding this light. There's something about holding the light in the hands. Something about the hands here. So we're going to connect, many people might say the throat is connected to the hands and the giving, receiving also of the heart. So as we go through kind of an energetic process here together, visualization, just maybe having that concept of what the divine communication wants to be even through your hands, okay, this week. So wherever you are, just inviting you, you can have eyes opened or closed. As energy is beginning to flow to you, we're going to call to your ancestors, those guides, the Pleiadians, these lovely galactic blue beings that want to support with healing. And I use Reiki energy healing, which is a universal healing. It's all vibration, so it doesn't really matter how it comes, where it comes, just know and trust that it moves through time and space. So whenever you're watching this video, wherever you're watching this video, it doesn't really matter. We're going to invite you here to imagine a blue orb of light in your throat chakra. So it's sitting in your neck. You can imagine it even just like kind of settled and nested in your neck, being supported by your body. The thyroid is here, so this endocrine gland is going to really be balanced and supported with this practice. if you have burping or coughing or, you know, throat clearing happening, also just recognize this is just part of that process as well. So as this orb is sitting in your throat, I'm going to call these guys to start to supercharge this orb, bringing balance, bringing harmony to the throat, bringing in the sense of expansion. Yes, hiccups. If you get hiccups, whatever that is, just recognize energy moving. You are all dynamic beings. So as this throat orb begins to expand and grow brighter, perhaps it begins to fill even into the upper chest and part of the head, to the shoulders. I'm going to clear anything that's not serving you at this point, any beliefs around how big it is that you can expand to, clearing that on every level, past life, ancestral, blood lineage. Let that blue orb continue to expand now into your entire auric field. Encapsulating you with this light. And around the edges now begin to show a shimmering gray, that gray of Chokmah, of wisdom. Perhaps you start to see the lines of this gray energy, like a silver, like lightning bolt going into your body. Just every once in a while, it's like these insights, these sparks of knowledge, of awareness, start to move into your energetic field. And knowing that this inspiration, this knowledge will continue to permeate your field, your mind, your body in the next week. Noticing this pulsation, returning to this visualization, it's on your own at any point during the week to really awaken this remembering. Thank you, Spirit. And as we finalize this, inviting you to imagine that, or a Ouroboros circle, the snake eating its own tail, or Ouroboros, however you wish to call it, and it's moving around. It's encircling you just like it encircles, the great serpent encircles the world in the Norse tradition. It brings the remembering of cycles, that everything is a cycle. So thanking your ancestors, your guides, thank you. Those archangels and angels. As you bring your awareness back to your body, to the breathing that's occurring through your lungs. And on your next inhale, you can gently return, opening eyes and coming back to the space. as we get the cards pulled and ready for the personal readings. So again, if you would like a reading or cards pulled here, you can let me know in the comments. Ooh. Oh my goodness, stretching my legs out. And yeah, get to as many people as we can today before the end of the time. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know, it's funny you say that, Willatry. I have a friend that like also co-facilitate medicine work with, and she gets hiccups a lot, and like Sabanora would be like this loud like and yeah, it's just funny because like it just the timing every time, and the way she identifies it is processing. Like it's moved in energy. It's like a Reiki format. It's just like, oh, there's a thing and it's processed and now it's gone. And I love seeing it show up with like folks that we're working with in session. You know, it can be maybe sometimes a little disheartening for some people, but that's okay. It's just like, oh, you know, as long as no one worries. It's just like, oh, okay, there was something about what you just said, or what was just said that, you know. Anyway. Ooh, maybe no one wants any cards today, and that's cool. Ooh, and if not, then we'll tune out with some other work. I get it when I eat carbs. Oh, okay. Well, maybe. I'm feeling like there's something here, you know, and there is this sense. Okay, Jessica, yeah, we'll pull you a card. There is this sense, you know, I just want to speak, if your body is doing something, whatever it is, you know, like a kid. Kids will like just throw themselves on the floor, they'll like roll around, they'll, you know, sit upside down, they'll do what, pick their nose out, whatever. And we've really been like told to not do these things as we've grown up. What I'm learning is the more that we can tune into that kind of kid-like energy of just body intuition, the more energy flows through us, okay? So whatever that might be for you. So we're gonna start here. Jessica, we'll pull you some cards. Thanks for being here. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I don't know about you. It's like, oh, don't sit like that. You know, I remember watching a video of myself with my grandma. I think grandma visited when my sister was born. So I would have been like 2.5 or something like that. And I was wearing like a dress, and you know, my grandma was like, close your legs. Like, it's like I'm a kid. I'm sitting on the couch. Like, there's no, you know, why would my parents put a dress on me? Like, put shorts under that thing. And I remember watching it and seeing my reaction, even as that like 2.5, 3-year-old child. Ooh. And it was just, yeah, it was kind of curious to me. Okay, Jessica, we have the 10 of Swords first, which is a pretty graphic image. You know, it's graphic. I want to say it's graphic in the sense that here's this person who's laying in a very prone position, having been, you know, unfortunately stabbed in the back by a lot of different swords, and yet look at the sky. I see the sky as either, you know, a daybreak dawning, and the storm clearing, or a storm coming. Okay, so there's this like, you know, I mentioned transitions. It seems as though there's something here. I find it interesting too that his hands almost are in this like, in the magic wand position. Even though he's laying there like dead or whatever, like very much just, you know, surrendered. He has this like passive. He has an active position of the hand of magic. So I guess what I want to say here is you always have magic. 10 being Malkut, being the kingdom on this earth plane. You always, always have, no matter what situation, no matter how many swords are stuck in your back, no matter how dark it seems or how long it seems to take till daybreak, you always have the magic to call upon to create change. Okay? And I think this ultimately starts with thoughts and thus the swords. Ooh. So we have the devil and we have the 9 of wands. Okay? So I saw the devil first, so I'm going to kind of lay it like this. So Jessica, you know, again, this reminder of the devil card, of these attachments, these addictions, that with these two who are chained to the cube of Saturn and at the devil's feet, the chains around their necks are actually loose. They can just lift them up, okay? Whatever these beliefs are that you are holding, these thoughts, these views, they actually aren't, they're an illusion, okay? And this illusion, like the devil kind of holding the torch to the one person's tail, is like, hey, get moving, come on, come on. And it might be that you're walking away wounded from something, albeit relationships, albeit the things that you have like maybe worked towards and held almost, I want to say these virtues actually is the word that wants to come through. It's okay. You know, is it better? It's not better or worse, really. Like, which of these seems like the worst scenario? You know, to be completely supine and like in this like, ugh, or to have been like, okay, I'm getting up and I'm like walking away now, and that fucking sucked. Whatever happened, you know, wherever it's been, and yet you're walking on the gray. You're walking away from the what seemed green on the other side, and walking now on the gray of that knowledge, which was mentioned earlier. 9 being Yesod, being that place of foundation, of where a lot of magic can start to take place in the astral realm. That's where things in the astral shift, so that then we see the change in the physical reality. You have the leap card. You go first. The universe will catch you. And I hope this can just be a reminder for you, Jessica, as you continue on your path, that every step you take, you know, oh my God, what's that song? Every step, I don't think that's every step you take, but like, you know what I mean? Is it I'll Be Watching You? I don't even know what the words are. Oh my God. I'm just thinking of that song, which is weird. But I guess what I'm saying is take the leap. The spirit will catch you. Ugh, and I hate saying that because like it's hard. It's so hard to trust that. I get it. It's hard. But it is so worth it and it's so possible. Let's pull one of these chakra cards for you, Jessica. You know, and I think we're coming up to a new moon right now. So it shows a full moon here. There's something about this full moon energy in the next couple weeks that will really illuminate the path and I guess build the trust around this this need to step on, to continue. I'm going to lift this card, to leap off the cliff, the cliff, yeah, and also walk away from that which is the past, okay? You have the isolation card, which I think you've had before. Maybe, maybe not. What am I seeing with this? I mean, we did a lot of work with, thank you, little tree. I'll be missing you. Okay, well, that's a different word, a song altogether. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so horrible. My sister makes fun of me all the time, like, do you even know the lyrics to songs? Like, I don't. I just make up the lyrics. And so yeah, anyways. Okay, Jessica, yes, you had this card before. Isolation. Yeah, you know, like, there's something there. I'm not sure why you keep getting this card. Let's pull one of these for this. What is this, Spirit? It's almost like you're being said, hey, you need to be on your own. Stop going out. Stop taking these invitations. You have the Temperance. It's interesting. Okay, so you have the Two of Cups and you have Temperance, okay? And both of these are basically the same. Like, isn't that crazy? Except, like, one is this holy guardian angel holding the two cups and alchemizing the energy between them. The wings, look at the wings behind, okay? And then in the Two of Cups, we have two people joining cups, you know, communing over a beverage, so to speak. And the wings above, the winged lion. I want to say that this is something about a choice here. So you might be like, thank you, Jessica. That song, I'm sure, does have every step you've taken. It does. I know it does. Anyways, this energy of choice between these two. I think, again, like if there's an attachment to people or things or something here, maybe the choice is going to the spiritual aspect, okay? And that isolation is a part of that hermiting, that to come into that place of deeper understanding, you know? But if you are spending time on your own, then maybe it's about the choice of the opposite of that, okay? So, like, again, I'm just seeing these as two choices. And they're neither good, they're neither bad. They just are two kind of different ways in which you're being. And maybe it's also about finding balance, because this Temperance card, oh, I see you're writing some things. This Temperance card, she's like, they, I think it's Gabriel, or it's pouring the water, like, you know, and if you were to like take something and pour it back and forth, it's like really like mixing, alchemizing, balancing, and then we can give that cup, share that cup with another human, okay, even if this is a relationship, because like the person, the masculine in this case, is almost reaching out for the feminine's cup, I want to say here. And look how the masculine's like moving forward. The feminine's just standing very much not in an active position, rather in a passive position. So there's something about this balance here. I'm not sure if any of that makes sense. Let me read your comments. I spent so much time alone for so long, but I've just started to lift that heavy energy and spend more time outside with people, even in work. What's on my mind at the moment is wanting to meet my person. Okay. So with that being said, this balance of action, of the feminine being in the receptivity mode, and the masculine, if it's a masculine, I mean, and this is just balance, being in the active mode of not chasing, but coming for you, okay? It's like if you've done this inner work and now you're stepping out, you're feeling this need to go out, you know, and also though with the isolation card, there's definitely something here around the divine communication that comes. Like if you heard earlier, the asking, is this a social event for me? You know, red light, green light, go or no, okay? Really don't take every opportunity as one that you need to take action on. And with this meeting your person, making a family, you know, this desire, you say, I want this so much, this desire that can be sparking inside. You know, it's going to involve also that taking a leap of faith, and possibly the forgiveness of the swords in the back, the past abuses, the past backstabbing that's happened in these relationships, and probably tying in with the forgiveness that was mentioned for the collective reading. Okay, anyways, I think that's all I'm going to share on that right now. So thank you for joining in, being here and sharing. If anyone else would like a card, you can let me know. Right, with the Two of Cups, I think so too. Treat not alone, me too. Yeah, what does it even mean to be alone, to be in a relationship and not be alone, you know? It's interesting, since moving into the same space with my partner, it's like there's these periods where we're just like, and I'm really still having to sit with my codependency that wants to show up. Mine, it's like I keep it a little like, oh, it's here, you know, the need for attachment, the feelings of being abandoned or neglected when he chooses to do something he feels called to do. You know, it's annoying. And I really am holding space for this like inner child that feels the reminding of past wounds. And I can tell you, I guess what I'm saying is that I don't feel like it ever really goes away. It just we become more aware of it. Maybe it becomes easier. We become quicker at recognizing it, and yet it's just a constant work. Okay. Oh shit, Jessica. Yeah, your last name is Swords. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you're welcome. See, you come to your own realizations about these cards, okay? I'm just here to speak words, and it might lead to some synchronicities. It might make absolutely zero sense. I'm not attached. At least I'm aiming to not be attached. You know, this other theme this recently has been around the whole like self-worth again, the feelings of what that looks like. How does one feel and be okay with what they're producing or not producing, not sharing, not giving out, not exchanging. And that can be hard, but this again is also just part of the work, and we just become more, I want to say efficient, or we just are able to like face whatever those challenges are with more grace, more ease, for the most part. Sometimes not so much, and it's just a cycle. Okay. Thank you, Jessica. Well, you should put that on a cup that says, "You always make sense, Fola." And then I'll let my kid gift it to me, and she'll be like, "No, Mom." Anyways, okay. Well, if there's no more requests for card pulls, maybe we'll go into a closing practice here. And yeah, I just want to say thank you all again for tuning in, sharing in this space, being part of this like new physical space with this live. And yeah, I wish you all the best as you go through your week. So, oh, Willow Tree wants some cards. Okay. We'll do you, Willow Tree. You're in New York. And then we will close if no one else wants any cards. Okay. So Willow Tree, I mean, it could just be my body sitting on the floor. I just like was tuning in though, and it felt like a lot of this right-sided, like, you know, it almost felt like a stillness in the right side. Okay, that's how I wanted to describe it. Like, except like a stillness being like, not like dead, but kind of like a stagnancy is what the word I want to use. And I believe I pulled cards for you before. We have whether or not you've had these cards is kind of what I'm getting, but we have the 10 of Cup, or 10 of Dis here, which is a pretty, like, I think, joyful card, you know? I love seeing this tree of life, okay? There's bad communication with my person, okay? And I'm just speaking to me looking at you also have the 9 of Cups, okay, which we'll get to in a moment. What I want to speak to here is the right side of the tree, okay, which depending on how one views it, the right side technically would be us imposing our bodies like this on the tree and tapping into the pillar of severity. So we've got like Bina, we have Gibura, and then we have Hod. Oh my god, right? Yes, I believe so. Could be wrong with that. It could be Netzach, don't quote me on that. Still learning. And otherwise, we have this energy of the pillar of mercy on the other right side, like looking, right? And it's like showing the people talking. So it's almost like the structural foundation leading to the ability to build relationships, okay? And I want to just point out, oh, this card's so fascinating. Here we have this child with the dog, and it's like trying, the kids there with the parents or whoever, being like, oh, I'm bored of this conversation. I'm like, oh, look at this dog, I'm gonna pet it, and like grabbing its tail. And then we have this wise old man in his years with the dog sitting in obedience and receiving a pet, whereas the other dog's almost like kind of running away, if I can say that. So what happens is we gain wisdom, we gain understanding, we gain in life expectancy of like age for the most part, is we gain this ability to sit with whatever it is and understand how to, I want to say be in these relationships, or be with like the dog, be with the animal, and like let it serve you. So whatever is going on around that, okay? Like, so then we're going to go to the Nine of Cups. This man who's just kind of in his pride of like, look what I've got here at my table. Look at these cups lined up for you. Like the perfect salesman almost. Around emotionality though, okay? I'm not going to speak too much about that just yet. I just need to share that. So wherever you're at, little tree, with your life, whatever has been your past experience as a little kid, just again, recognizing those places, that energy. We have the Seven of Wands and we have the Three of Swords here as well, okay? So the challenges that are showing up, the places in which you're having to stand your ground, those might be really difficult. They may, I feel like I need to look this up here too, so I'm just gonna open this. They could be tiring, is what I'm wanting to say here. I just need to look up the Three of Swords. So sorrow. So in the Thoth deck it says 3 white radiating angelic hands issuing from clouds and holding 3 swords upright, as though the central sword has struck apart the 2 others, which were crossed in the preceding symbol. The central sword cuts asunder the rows of 5 petals, which in the previous symbol grew at the junction of the swords. Its petals are falling, and no white rays issue from it. Above and below the central sword are the symbols of Saturn and Libra. Disruption, interruption, separation, quarreling, sowing of discord and strife, mischief making, sorrow and tears, yet mirth and platonic pleasures, singing, faithfulness and promises, honesty and more money transactions, which is interesting, the Ten of Dis, selfish and dissipated, yet sometimes generous, deceitful in words and repetitions, the whole according to dignity. Bina of Vav. Vav being the nail, being the Hierophant, I believe. So whatever that means to you. I just felt like I had to read that. The Lord of Sorrow, okay? There is something about the mother energy. There's something about your inner child that might be linked to whatever's going on for you here. I have to go back and see the comments. And that is highlighted to me because of Bina. And funny how I mentioned a bit of the like left-right pillar, not really knowing, is it this pillar? Is it that? Is it the mother? Is it the father? If I want to perceive it like that. There's something, as a kid when like, I'm sure this has happened to you, where maybe, you went through things where like your mother ignored you, if this happened, or some like maternal type of caregiver was just like, yeah. That is impacting whatever these conflicts are now. Whatever this need for even like pride and protection within these nine of cups, okay? This can be, it's a teacher for you, because Saturn in Libra, it's a teacher to bring balance, okay? Let's pull a chakra card for you, little tree. 3 of Hearts, heartbreaks. Perseverance. Which, again, I told you, there's something about keeping your ground here, standing strong in the conflicts. Perseverance, even when it seems like you're past, the things you have grown, the wings are like falling away. You're being supported by the Bina, the supernal mother. Okay? She is ultimately going to be there for you. So even if you don't have a connection to a mother, maybe this is part of it, you can call upon her energy. Okay? Ooh, some fun things moving. We'll put one of these soul cards for you, Willow Tree. Yes, there's tension with the parents. It says doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. So whatever this doubt, however it is that it's showing up for you, I invite you to breathe in that mandala, Willow Tree. Seeing the balance of this mandala, this symbol. I awaken, I release the need to know all the answers. So whatever is going on, whatever might be showing up for you right now that might be leading to senses of sorrow or trepidation, is that a word? I don't even really know what that word is. I should. That's the word that came. What does that mean? Trepidation? A feeling of fear or anxiety about something that may happen. Okay, well that's happening. Just trust, okay, please. And release the doubt. You don't need to know. You don't need to know everything. It's going to be made known. Just like this old man in the Ten of Discs sitting. It's like not really having to do anything. It's just the dog came to him. Okay, so this is that perseverance to the point of just releasing, really, I guess, like surrendering. Ultimately, this doesn't always have to be like a fight or a battle, okay? There is perseverance and also like surrendering. And in fact, like I think that might actually be harder to persevere and surrender versus persevere in like doing a work, like, or going to battle. If you ever tried to do nothing for extended periods of time, I can tell you that's like one of the hardest things to do, because it like goes against everything that we have been taught, okay, from our Western society. So I hope that makes sense, Willow Tree. Wish you all the best. Thank you all, folks, for being here. I think we'll close off now. And again, next week, Monday, probably maybe around the same time, we'll see. Let's kind of look at my schedule, if not a little earlier. And yeah, Ouroboros 7:13, or the Ouroboros 7:13 gathering is this Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Mountain. Oh no, it's not this week. I lie. I'm teaching Reiki. It's going to be on the 20th. If you're interested in that, you can check out the link. Check out my website or join the membership here on YouTube, and you'll get the Zoom link there. And yeah, I just want to thank you all. So we're going to do a little closing out here. Wherever you find yourself, if it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, if it's safe for you to close your eyes, you can do so. And taking a deep breath in through the nose, into the belly and the chest. And letting it out. And another inhale deep into the body. And exhaling it out. And one last time, inhaling. Maybe pausing at the top and letting it go. And as you notice the breath returning to its normal pace, inviting you to connect again to those roots growing out of your feet, out of your tailbone. And imagine them connecting with other roots of trees in your area. They go deep into the soil, past the firmament, to this network of natural organisms that connect the earth, even ley lines, energy lines that we might not physically see. And with that, we connect our roots together, unifying our energy, recognizing this cosmic connection, this earth connection, spiritual connection, our bodies, our souls. That each win that we experience individually is a win for another, for all. And each learning, each healing is also going to impact this whole organism. So when we can see it as being supported by the whole, doing the work for the whole, you see that we have this bigger part, this bigger experience happening. Might make it easier at times to know that you're not alone. And sending blue light, Palladian guides, just kind of sending a voltage of energy through the earth's core, through the surface, through those roots, and into your body, through your energy field. Creating new neural pathways, new pathways that will support you with this crystallization of awareness. Thanking your guides, thanking those galactic beings, thanking the earth, and most importantly, thanking yourself for being here and taking this time for you. I'm sending you all so much love. May you remember your truth and walk it out in each day with strength this year. And yes, thank you for being here. So I will see you guys very soon. Take care.